everyone! Now, I'm going to level with you. Normally, I write a script for these videos, and whilst I do tend to deviate... Me? Go off the subject and deviate? Never! I do generally know exactly what I'm going to be doing when I sit down with the camera. Today, I am going freestyle, which is dangerous. The reason for that is twofold. As I have mentioned, I have been super duper busy with work lately, and it's very difficult to try and find the time to script a video, film a video, do lots of sketches for said video, edit the video, subtitle. You get my point. And also, there has been a news event that I decided, maybe stupidly, that I would talk about. You see, Boris Johnson is going to face a vote of no confidence from the Tory party. I mean, I could give you complex details as to why, but the short answer is because he's a terrible, terrible human and an even worse Prime Minister.
No.
Anyway, I personally think he'll probably win the vote of no confidence, which says a great deal about the Tory party. People will go, no, I do have confidence in Boris. They'll skip along like Maria from The Sound of Music. I have confidence in Boris. I don't. Not saying that there will be a general election this year. We're not actually due one for about 18 months or 2 years or something, so maybe there won't be, but there are rumours that whatever happens, he might try and call a general election to prove that he still has the support of the public. You know, the public that booed him when he appeared for the Queen's Jubilee. Well done, British public, I'm so proud of you. So yeah, I'm not saying there's definitely going to be a general election, but I thought I should probably cover this subject just in case. And I already know exactly who I would vote for if there was a general election tomorrow. I know what box I would put my cross in. But just for fun, I found a quiz online that suggests who you should vote for based on your answers to some questions, and I thought, why not take that quiz and find out whether I am voting for the right person or not. So, let's have a look at it. So this quiz is quite in-depth and it starts with economic issues. And question number 1 is, should the UK raise taxes on the rich? I mean, I'm gonna say, you're only gonna say no to that if you're very rich. To my mind, if you are getting more money, you should be putting more into the country. Should the government raise the national minimum wage? 100% yes. I mean, we don't have a living wage in this country. There are people living in actual poverty. That's a hard yes for me. Then we move on to social issues. Should gay couples have the same adoption rights as straight couples? I mean, seriously, if you're voting no to that question, I have serious concerns about your humanity. Do you support the legalisation of same-sex marriage?
Duh!
Yes. Should the minimum voting age be lowered? I think probably you could lower it to 16 or 17. But then there's arguments for and against. There's no maybe, so I'm gonna say yes. Although the one thing I will say as a caveat to that is I did recently meet some sort of 16, 17-year-olds who, when I said something about Boris Johnson, they were like, yeah, but he's so funny though. And I was like, yeah, no. And also not what you look for in a Prime Minister. Should the UK switch to a proportional representation voting system? 100% yes, I think that is something we absolutely should have. I hate the wording of this next question. I don't know if you noticed that, but I had a visceral reaction. Should foreigners currently residing in the UK have the right to vote? Foreigners! 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 Yes. They are living in our country and experiencing the things that happen in our country using our services. Surely they have a right to say who runs everything. Should the government regulate social media sites as a means to prevent fake news? On the one side, I think we should definitely get rid of fake news. There's a lot of fake news. On the other side, a lot of the stuff that people call fake news is actually just stuff that they don't want to think about. I mean, look at the number of times Donald Trump was like, fake news, when actually it was accurate news. They have subcategory options, and there is one that says there is too much misinformation on social media, and I'm going to click that. Should the UK abolish university tuition fees? I think so, yes, because let's face it, I don't believe that education should be out of the realms of possibility for anybody based on financial access. So, yes. Should police departments be allowed to use military-grade equipment? We've seen how the police handled a peaceful protest at the murder of Sarah Everard, so no. Do you agree with the UK's Brexit decision to withdraw from the EU? Good God, no! Should the UK abolish the Human Rights Act? How's that a question? Who is voting yes? We should get rid of our human rights. What the hell? No! Should there be more or less privatisation of the NHS? So much less. Oh, there's an extra bit that you can click that says much less and nationalise all health services. That's me. I think free healthcare for all. Should there be a temporary ban on all immigration into the UK? No. I mean, unless that's a COVID thing, but we're past that. Boris has got rid of all our restrictions, so no. I am the granddaughter of an immigrant to this country. I would be such a hypocrite if I said no one's allowed to come to the UK, because I literally wouldn't exist if he hadn't come here. This is interesting. Okay, the top three, and there's only 3% difference in all of them, are the Green Party, the Women's Equality Party, and the Labour Party. It basically just says that I, according to my quiz results, am very big on progressive politics, I am very much left-wing, and I believe in multiculturalism. I would say that sums me up. There you go. I feel like I have had my political views cemented more than anything else, to be honest, through that. I'm very concerned about the state of politics in the UK at the moment. I realise it is a very controversial thing to talk about, but to me, if you are a leader, it's important to have moral integrity and to do the right thing, not just for a small minority of people, but for everyone, to make everyone's standard of living better. And I don't feel like our current Prime Minister has that at his heart at all, if he has one. So who knows, by the time this video goes out, maybe we'll know that there's going to be a general election, or maybe Boris will have somehow survived again and just, great. You don't have to share your political views in the comments. I know this is a controversial subject, but if you would like to talk politics with me, feel free. Just please, let's all keep it civil. Remember, this is a nice place to be nice in. If you would like to give this video a thumbs up, please feel free to. You can click on my floaty head if you'd like to subscribe, and last week's video is over there. I'm going to go and think some more about the state of politics and probably then cry and rock in the corner for a while. I'll talk to you all next week. Take care, everyone. Bye.